So I want to talk about my issue or my problem, I guess you would say, with the whole Jesus story about him being here and why I think there's a better story to be told or a better story that could have been told. So before I start this though, I said that the two roads that you should try to go down if you're serious about any sort of improvement or spirituality would include Buddha or Jesus. Now, the hold up with trying to follow that is you can surpass it. Don't get caught up in the whole Buddha Jesus thing, because people that are Buddhist look up to Buddha and think that's the level to achieve, and you can go further than that. People that Most people that look up to Jesus or think that Jesus was something spectacular also believes that's their Lord and Savior and God. So you would sound egotistical to try to go further than that, but once you try it out and find out how much further you can get than that, is my humble advice and opinion with that. So let's go into, and I just want to make that clear. I respect Jesus. I like Jesus, the story of Jesus, or even if he was a real person, good congrats to him, because it was perfection. My issue and hold up with this story is, and if you, this is the conventional and I'm pretty much the consensus on the story of Jesus. So angels came here, told Mary the Virgin that she was going to have Jesus. So at this point, it's God on earth, Son of God, Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. It's all one thing. Comes here to earth and knows what he is, knows what he's doing, and is perfect. If you believe it, he didn't sin, he didn't do anything. It was just straight perfection. So that's my main hold up with it. It's just what story is to be told there. It's just I'm not sure why people are so drawn or encapsulated by that story, because Jesus led a life that you should want to live, become a better person, treat everyone like they're your neighbors, or do unto others, always tell the truth. That's something you want to do. That is exactly what you want to do. But here's the hold up with this though, in my personal opinion. There's no, like I said, there's no good story to be told there other than that. So you got God, perfect, God, perfect, God, perfect, God. It's a baseline. It's just perfect, 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 perfect. Perfection all the way across the board. That's my issue with it. Now, I'll tell you another thing that would make it better. Well, no, before I get into that, I think, I'm sure people's already thought of this and brought this up, but I think we should make an updated version of the Bible. I don't mean rewrite the old Bible, just let that be. I think we should make an updated version of the Bible. Like an updated version, how to live a good life, tell a story, do all these things. It would be great. We should do that. But I would much rather, and these are all metaphors, I want you to understand, I'm not being literal, I'm talking about metaphorically speaking. I would much rather see the devil turn into Christ or Christ like, devil to Jesus, than to see God the God. I mean, what the hell is that about, man? What the heck's that about? So, I just think there's a better story to be told than that, and I think it would be more motivational. I think it would be more realistic. Uh, so that is my holdup with that. That's my holdup. So again, it would be much better to take a character that people portray the devil to be and turn that into the character people portray Jesus to have been. There's much more to learn from that. There's much more meat on the bones, It's more realistic when it comes to this place, anyway. So I have had like I said, I've had an unhealthy obsession relationship with this whole Jesus story, because I've been trying to wrap my mind around it. I don't even think, this is what I'm trying to figure out. trying to figure out what's up with this Christ thing, because there's something up with this Christ thing. I've said this before. I asked Christ to come into my heart. My heart broke open, and I got plucked out of my life. And then after that, I found out what the Father is. I found out what the truth is. And so, was that a necessary step to have taken to get to the truth? So is it true when he said the only way through the Father is through Christ or through him? Or I'm not sure on that. I'm not entirely sure. That's something. There's not many things that bother me anymore and make me question too deeply, but that's one of them. That's one of them. I'd like to get to the answer of that. That's probably the only thing that's left that is driving me a little bit crazy, I guess you could say, because it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure about this either. Like, I'm not sure, even though I asked Christ to come into my heart, and I love Christ. I mean, Christ is very real. If anything here is real, then that would be something that's one of the few things you can go out and prove is real. Or whatever you want to believe real is. I don't even know at this point. So there's something there. But I'm not like, even though you ask Christ to come into your heart, I don't think you have to be a Christian. I don't think you have to be religious. Like, I tell people this story and they think I'm a Christian, and I'm like, no. Well, you'd about have to be, or what denomination of a Christian are you? And it's like, I'm not religious, and I'm not a Christian, man. Like, there's something up with Christ. I asked him to come into my heart, and I felt asked it to come into my heart. I felt an overwhelming sense of love. My heart felt like it literally like broke open, and it was just like I got plucked out of my life, and there was all these like weird emotions and just pure bliss and peace, and I've never felt anything like that, man. That's love. Whatever the hell love is, that's love. And then, like I said, later down the road, there was the Father thing, which I don't know if you want to call it God. I think the only true thing of God is the idea of God, and I think that remains pretty strong throughout. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I'll tell you what I think really is going on here. This is, like I said, it's a game of form and a play of life. But aside from that, like, play out eternity in your head. Play out eternity. That's forever. There's no end to it. So we have to find something to do to occupy our life, I guess you could say, or our existence. And I feel like we may have ran out of all things to do. We got bored as shit. It got completely burnout. And it was just like I'm not sure what I'm not sure, but this has to be something. This is like some kind of weird, like, little reality we've created to come visit, to occupy our time, or to occupy our existence, have feelings, to have experiences, to have something to do. Because, there's a void, and maybe outside of that void, I've not seen it all. So, maybe there's something else. But I've seen a void, and I've seen glimpses of other realities. And I'm telling you, I really just think we're just doing stuff to occupy our existence. I think we can learn from it. I think we can grow from it. But it's just a game of form and a play of life. That's pretty much what we're doing. I've spent a long time contemplating these things, thinking about these things. I've spent a long time trying to beat my mind, or beat myself, or whatever. And I don't want to say beat, but outgrow, or see through, or not let control me. Spend a lot of time doing these things, and this is just I realize nothing matters except your family and your friends, and becoming a better person, and trying to help other people. Nothing else matters here. I've realized no one really knows what they're talking about or what they're doing. I realize there's traps and distractions everywhere, and I realize the only true path to do anything here is focusing on yourself and figuring it out for yourself. I've also realized that this is not real. as real as we perceive it to be. And I also believe that this is just something we're doing to occupy our existence. I think we have created this place, everything within it. We have made up stories as a backstory to keep us in it as long as we can, and to keep, just to have stories and entertainment to fill ourselves with. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a sad thing. It's not anything but a thing. And I'm just speaking words to you right now. So I'm you talking to you. That's really it. I'm you talking to you. And if you believe this whole Jesus story, Jesus told you the same thing. He told you the same thing. So, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. If you would wake up, we could turn heaven back into heaven, or turn this little bubble of existence back into what heaven could be and should be, and not some burnout, boring shit show or a three-ring circus that it's turned into. People's priorities are messed up. People get addicted to crazy stuff, and I don't mean drugs with this one. I mean, people get addicted to thoughts. People get addicted to a fucking technology, to gadgets, to staring at a screen, wondering what other people are thinking or feeling, or seeing dumb opinions they have about stupid things. So we have to do something. We have to do something to occupy this existence. We have to do something to occupy our time within this existence. What the hell else better do we have to do than try to help people and become better people and try to improve this place? There's nothing else worth doing. There's nothing else worth doing here. But talk to you guys later.